Every once in a while, you run into a hidden gem when you least expect it. Hi, I'm Tom Gavichak, and this is Tom's Trains and Things. This channel was created to help other modelers who are in need of guidance in pursuing their dream of building a model railroad. And this past weekend on Saturday, we took a drive down to Lake Placid. Now, Lake Placid is where we looked at a few houses in our home search, but we didn't find anything. But we liked the town. It's filled with murals, as you could see here. And one place we never got the chance to stop into because it was only open by appointment. So we never got a chance to go in, but it was open this Saturday. And that's the train station museum in Lake Placid. And boy, was I surprised at what was inside. And I'm going to show you a little bit of what is in there. I took about 30 minutes of video, but I'm only going to show you a little bit of it now. I'll put out a couple of more videos after this one here. So here we go.
Well, you've probably seen they use it for paint thinners and stuff. They don't process it the old-fashioned way by going to the tree and making what they call the cat face, and this is a metal lip there and the workers come along with and dip the gum out, and they take it and they boil it down and everything and make tar and everything else. Now the company that had 3 million acres of it was called Naval Stores, about maritime, about in other words, wooden ships.
Yeah.
And because they use a tar to caulk the seams inside, in and out, and preserve the ropes and the sails and all that stuff. And you probably, if you go around the beach sometime, you'll see ropes washed up on the beach that's coated with tar, just preservative, you know.
Yeah.
They still, but they use probably a lot of synthetic stuff now instead of the old-fashioned way. But there's one company.
What's the big ball right there?
That was from a ship cannon.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
But I don't really know too much about it. It was here. I started working here in 2010, volunteering. But I've been a member of the museum since the 80s. But
yeah,
I didn't know where that thing came from, but it's too big to be a land, because as far as any wars that were here, because the Civil War never got down in this area, but the Seminoles, you know, and the cannons they had were a lot lighter.
Yeah,
and they wouldn't have a cannonball that big, but this a longleaf pine tree. You know, they made what they call a cat face, because it looks like a cat's whiskers. And they worked the tree about 5 years, and there's a fresh hack there. And but it makes great lumber because it's called the heart of the pine. We call it fat lighter. And I've lived in 2 houses made out of stuff. It's very, very flammable, but very long lasting because termites don't care for it.
Yeah.
A little bit too, can't handle it.
This is amazing.
Yes, sir.
So the trains still come on the tracks through Lake Placid?
Yes, sir. U.S. Sugar owns the track, and it's not a. It is not a passenger. There's no passenger service with it. Although there. Let me show you something here when you get over here this way, sir. They they found this steam engine out west, and it's up in pieces, but it had been in the sugarcane fields back in the 20s, so they redid it. It took them 4 years, and they made a test run in November, and come down here on the siding right there. So they're planning on having excursions in from here.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
So do you go on Facebook?
Yeah.
Go check on US Sure, and they'll send you a notification.
Oh, okay.
On new stuff, or
Is this the one they restored in Clewiston?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the line goes from Sebring to Fort St. Lucie. Headquarters is in Clewiston.
Okay.
And in that big yard out there, there'd be a bunch of trains with nobody in them, because the guys on the ground with a remote.
Oh, yeah.
So you got one guy with a remote that's take the place of a dozen men. You know.
Yeah, I remember that a guy that I worked with on the railroad. He was my boss, and he started installing the remotes on the locomotives back up in Pittsburgh, and I guess that was about 1979 or 80.
Well, that's about 50 years ago.
Yeah, that was some time ago.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we were just up in Lake Wells where they have all the telephone poles, and we were crossing the tracks there, and they had a sign up on there about remote control locomotives in use.
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
The mule barn, actually, that was used in all the orange groves around here, was right behind this building over there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And they had the mules out. I don't remember that. That was a little bit before my time.
Yeah.
Because when I could, open up to pay attention to anything, the mule pens were gone, and but the Consolidated Land Company, which was Consolidated Naval Stores, also, and it's still in business under Tomoka, and they have a huge, monster track of timber. North of here somewhere, and I don't forget. It's called Tomoka, something else. Tomoka something. But that's the descendants of the old naval stores.
Oh, okay.
And the first mention of anything about the tar and all was in the Bible. Noah got orders from God to make an ark and seal it within and without with pitch.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that little history lesson of Lake Placid and the gum turpentine industry. I never knew anything about that. And this area is filled with history that I'm going to have to look into a little bit further. I'm going to have a couple of more videos on this same museum because there was a lot to see there. Not all train related, but a lot of good stuff. So, until the next time, we'll see ya.
I'll see if I can get it to play.
Okay.
Sometimes I forget it just right, and so kind of hard to see to.
All right.
That's one of the a few things that's older than me in here.
1917. Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir. So that make it 140 years old, right?
Wow. Here we go, Lake Placid. All right. Every once in a while, I forgot already. Okay. Every once in a while, you get surprised. And I just had it in my head, you know, and I just, oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Oops, shit. Oh, no. I got it now. All right. Every once in a while, you run into a hidden gem when you least expect it.